With Hollywood apparently out of ideas, we live in an age of reboots, remakes, sequels, threequels, superhero movies. Anyway, you get the point. Remakes nowadays tend to be a vastly inferior product to the movie they're remaking. But that hasn't always been the case. Here are 5 remakes I think are far better than the originals, and if you haven't seen these, well, get on it. Number 5, The Fly. 1958's The Fly is undoubtedly a classic, and with Vincent Price as the star, it's hard to imagine a better remake. Well, in 1986, David Cronenberg said, "Hold my beer." The remake takes the themes and amplifies them in every way. With an awesome performance from a young Jeff Goldblum, groundbreaking practical effects that still hold up today, by the way. More narrative depth, expansion of philosophical questions like consequences of playing God, and layers of psychological horror, the remake takes a great film in the original and catapults it into masterpiece territory. Number 4, True Grit. I'm sure there's some that may disagree strongly with this pick, but I think the Coen brothers' True Grit remake is a superior film in every way to the 1969 John Wayne classic. The 69 version is a classic in its own right, but when you have a power duo like the Coen brothers helming a film, the audience is generally in for a treat. The remake, to me, is better for a few reasons. It's a closer adaptation to the source material. The cinematography by Roger Deakins is phenomenal. The Coen brothers, the performances by Jeff Bridges and Haley Steinfeld are fantastic, with Bridges being every bit as good as Rooster Cogburn as the legendary Wayne was. Also, the music, sound design, and unique vision add depth and nuance to this already great story. Number 3, True Lies. Some don't realize this is a remake of a French film called La Totale. In the movie, Arnold plays a government agent leading a double life as a spy and a family man, all while trying to stop terrorists and deal with lingering marital issues with his wife, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. While the 1991 French film took a more comedic approach, I guess, the 94 James Cameron directed movie uses awesome humor, over-the-top action sequences, and impressive stunt work. I think this is Cameron's most fun movie he's ever made, and it has aged quite well. Number 2, Dune Part 1 and 2. This is almost apples to oranges. I mean, comparing Denis Villeneuve's modern masterpieces with the David Lynch box office bomb 40 years ago seems a bit unfair, but the new Dunes are superior in every aspect. Obviously, modern filmmaking has allowed Arrakis to be presented in a revelatory way. Still, Villeneuve was granted way more creative freedom than Lynch with his adaptation of the classic novel, and it has resonated with audiences. While Lynch's film will always hold a special place in my heart, it's not objectively a great movie. While Denny may have just crafted 2 of the best sci-fi films ever to grace the silver screen, arguably. Number 1, The Thing. Not only is the 1982 sci-fi horror film directed by the legendary John Carpenter one of my absolute favorite films, but it also happens to be the best remake ever. Fight me. The 1951 film The Thing from Another World is a decent film for the time, but the 1982 version is a damn masterpiece. With Kurt Russell in his prime, probably the best practical effects ever, seriously. In a paranoid atmosphere, the film has the tangible ability to create suspense and induce horror. Even though this movie's over 40 years old, it has gotten better and more appreciated with age.